Let's get Node installed cleanly, reproducible. Even if you've already installed it wrong, this is going to get you going. By the end of this video, we're going to get you the ability to install and switch between Node versions instantly and without breaking your other projects. We're going to get install times that are a lot faster because we're going to use PNPM. We're going to teach you about that. We're going to get a bunch of gigabytes of disk space back, also because of PNPM. We're going to get you a setup that actually works. Most tutorials out there are lazy and just say, just get it installed. And there's no versions. There's no idea what you're running. You fix one project, you break another, and enough. This fixes it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to install the most popular version manager, the most common one anyway. It's NVM. It's Node Version Manager. Lets you have every version of Node installed at once and lets you switch between them and install ones that you don't have. This is the foundation of everything. If we're going to get this right, everything else is easy. There are some other version managers, but that's for the advanced class. We'll get to those later. It's FNM and Volta. There's other stuff too, but for now we're gonna do old tried and true NVMs. What we're gonna do, let's just go to Node.js.com and see what it says to do. And you know, it says get Node.js, yay! And even on here, it used to be, it was always like, oh, go down here and use one of these installers, whether you're on Mac or Windows, or use an MSI or use a PKG. Well, even here, they're formally telling you to install NVM first. You know, this is one of those times where we're going to cut and paste a curl. Always frustrating, but this is one of the only, this is like one of the only times, one of the only things you're going to have to do this on. If you're asking why not use Homebrew, Homebrew actually says, like, right on it, please note, Upstream has asked us to make explicit managing NVM via Homebrew is unsupported by them, and you may find problems. So while, you know, it might work, let's you know, let's pick and choose where we're taking our chances and not do it there. So we're gonna go into oh, it's me. You go in here and we're gonna paste this in. Oh, my head's a little big there. Let's there we go. Now in my case, NVM's already installed, so that's good. So you can run it, doesn't hurt anything. NVM's installed. So we can just go NVM version. So boom, we've got NVM. If it tells you to close your terminal, you don't have to do that. You can just ZSHRC. Just source your RC file and it'll bring it back up. So I'm gonna go NVM, you know, NVM version. Boop, got it, latest version. So that's good. So let's do a couple things. Let's do, okay, we want to install Node version 22, NVM install 22. Downloading, doing a little checksummon. Okay, so now we got 22 installed. Now, if we want to make that our default 22, boom. Then we can go, okay, so what version of Node are we on? You can also see in my terminal. It's already cheating because my terminal shows you how to do that, which I can show you that sometime too. That'll be in my terminal video. So yeah, Node version 22. Node version 22. Let's find out where it is. Which node? See, it's in here, and it's in our NVM versions. So that's pretty good. Now let's see, what ones do we have installed? Well, you can install a bunch of them. I've got a bunch of them installed. You can see we got 13, 17, 18, 20, 22.16, 22.20. So let's switch between them. Node use 18. Or sorry. NVM use 18. Node version. We're on 18. NVM list. Okay, so NVM list. Whoops. We're on 18. Default's 22. NVM use 22.16. Now we're on 22.16. So you can see this is a lot nicer than jumping into like this app. Let's go ahead and try to use 18. And now let's try to, we're going to do a PNPM install on this app that I'm in and see if it works. Oh, look, it doesn't work. So what do we got here? Well, unsupported engine, because we have that Node has to be greater than 20.17. So there's a few different ways in your code you can tell it what version of Node that you need. You got the package.json file. There's the NVMRC for NVM users. There's the and then for PNPM users, there's NPMRC. Now in PNPM, when we get to that, that'll actually even tell NVM to go install the version of Node that you need if you don't have it. And that is pretty slick. So, yeah, so to fix this problem, we just go, okay, well, use 20. That one jumps us up to 20.19, even though you can see we have a couple different versions. Oh yeah, why don't we just jump up to 22? Why not? YOLO. NVM use 22. It jumps to the highest one that's in our list here. And then if we do an install, oh, we just saw something. I just demonstrated something accidentally. PNPM isn't installed properly because it's currently being installed per version of Node. So we'll deal with some package manager stuff later, but once we're here on version 20, we'll say Node version 20 NVM list. See, 20 is listed and it has a little check mark by it, so we go ahead and we do an install, and now, oh, it installed. It's done. There's like a little warning there, but we are done. So that's pretty cool. But this is great because this brings us right into our next issue, which is package managers. NPM comes with Node. NPM is what most people are using. We're going to switch to PNPM. You've got Node. Node comes with NPM. NPM has been great for years, but it's got some problems. Let me show you. Let's check what global packages you have. So if I go list G depth equals 0, we're on our version 20. So let's see what global packages we have. We've got a handful here, but this is what my problem is with NPM that you can solve by using PNPM. We're gonna, forgive me, I am gonna cut and paste this. We're gonna use this little disk usage. We're gonna use this disk usage command, du. We're looking for NVM versions, Node with any version, libnodes modules. We could see each one of these versions of Node has its own global modules section. So if you're installing something like, let's just jump over to 22.20, and we want to install local tunnel. Okay, now now it's in there, or an npm install, I don't know, Vercel. Not being paid by Vercel, but oh, I need to do G, install G. Not being paid by Vercel, but I would gladly accept their money. Okay. That one's installed, but then I go, okay, well, let's use another version, and then look and see what's in there, and Vercel's not there. Vercel, local tunnel, Netlify, Firebase, Supabase, whatever your global packages are, that's something that you kind of want global. I mean, I would think, right? So let's try and solve that problem. So now you've got NVM installed. You can install any version of Node you want, switch between the two of them. That's pretty cool. But we just saw that NPM, the package manager that comes with Node, is installing global packages all over the place. Well, not all over the place, but specifically per version of Node. Here's another thing I'm going to show you about NPM and why you're going to like PNPM a lot better. Is we're on this simple Next.js app, and let's typically you type in npm install to install the dependencies for this app. So let's time it. We'll run npm install on this app circle up that I wrote, and I guess now is as good a time as any to smoke them if you got them, because it's taken a little while. I wish I had sponsors, because this would be a good time to run an ad. Something must have been wrong. This is taking forever. Took a minute and 12 seconds to run with npm. Let me just make sure. I don't want to do npm dirty like that. Let's just see. Yeah, npm install. Oh wait, nope. Time npm install. Yeah, see, this is just going to take forever. So when you're installing or changing stuff or clearing your package cache and you're running this, it's installing all the packages that you need to run your app. And time is of the essence. Or say this is just on a server somewhere and it's trying to bring your app up. That time it took 27 seconds. So, okay, so something was wrong before. I don't know. Maybe it couldn't navigate through the internet to get to the package manager directory. Do not know, but that was a fair shake. I'll just do it again. Just to get a few different timings in there. Again, not only is PNPM faster than this, which is good enough, but it also cleans up this global mess, because it puts symlinks in to where the globals are and brings those down into the NVM version folders, and you can protect them with a SHA too, so it can make sure that's running the right global package, so you don't get like your global packages, poisoned with some kind of malware. That took 26 seconds, so I think that's scientific enough for me. PNPM, it's done. 574 milliseconds. Oh, let's make sure. Oh yeah, it says PNPM approved builds. Let's just make sure we get that. We're just trying to be fair. Choose new packages to build. Fine. Rock and roll. Well, that took 11 seconds, and those 11 seconds were just me. No packages waiting approval. PNPM. Install. Yeah. Half a second. So I guess the benefit of using NPM is that you can run more ads, but yeah, PNPM seems to be drastically faster. So now we're gonna install PNPM. Like I said, it's faster. It uses less disk. It's like I said, it's faster. It uses less disk space, and it's stricter about dependency. We're gonna install PNPM. Now, like I was saying, you can use NPM to install stuff globally, but it makes a copy of it for each version of Node. So we don't want to do that because we want this to be universally globally across our entire system. Second thing about that is, well, why don't we just use Homebrew to install it? You know, you can, but it's outside the Node system ecosystem, and I mean, it's probably fine, but let's just go right to what PNPM thinks we should do. So let's jump back to the old internet, and we're gonna go to PNPM's homepage or their installation page, and you can see you know, Windows Defender, blah, blah, blah. We're on a Mac in this case. You know, you can use, use PowerShell to run a script that's sitting at a URL. But on our POSIX system here, we're going to use curl. And we're going to install it this way because this is the way that it tells us. This is where the #1 way it's listed to do it. And I can vouch for it that it does work. Of course, you can also install in a Docker container. That's great. Different specific version. Corepack. Just an aside on Corepack. Corepack was going to be a package manager that was installed. That's has come with Node for actually quite some time, but it's getting it's an experimental feature. You had to turn it on. It worked to install PNPM. It was supposed to help manage the installation of PNPM if you didn't have it. It's getting removed in Node 25. So, well, this also still works for now, and you can also install Corepack independently. Let's not complicate matters. We're just going to install it from that that curl. Go up here from that little curl that we had. Okay, and now we need to source our Z shell RC file. Users hrc. Okay, which PNPM? That looks good. PNPM version? Berzio version? 10.15.1, so it looks like we're doing good here. We got PNPM installed. Now, you can keep NPM running for compatibility with other old projects, especially if you're working on a team. And you can have these running side by side. It's totally fine. You can even have it to where you can build it both ways on the same app. That's what you saw earlier on my my Circle Up app. You saw it running both ways. But I believe that moving forward, you're going to want to use PNPM because, one, it says it's up to 2 times faster than NPM. We showed that it was way faster than that in this video earlier. It's efficient. Files inside the Node modules folder are cloned or they're symlinked from a single content addressable storage place on the drive. It's got better monorepo support. Monorepo support. It's got built-in support for multiple packages in the repository, which is kind of cool. And it's actually stricter. It's got a non-flat Node modules configuration by default. So the code has less or no access to arbitrary packages, which it did have before. So yeah, that's that. NPM is, or PNPM is installed. Okay, so I guess we should make sure this works. This should be easy enough, right? If I can find my terminal with my, yeah, let's do it here. Yeah, hook them up. Let's make a test project. So let's go back to my projects folder. I spelled that wrong, so let's fix it. CD test project, we're in here. So let's PNPM init. Gave us our package.json. Got the package manager. We're gonna just add React to it locally. And you saw how fast that's done in half a second. Let's clear that out. We'll try it again. Okay, so let's just give it a time. Yeah, half a second. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of all the old globals and just install them with PNPM. Could save a lot of space. You can skip this part if you want. For me, I think I'd like a little cleanup here. So again, so let's yeah, we got a few globals here, but let's use this disk usage command again to see where most of my globals are. Looks like it's version 22.16. So NVM use 22.16. Now we're on that version. Now we can go here and npm list globals. Okay, so there's a handful of them. We can go ahead and first install these with PNPM. So there's a couple ways we can do this. We can just do the we can look at this list with globals, and we can just start if you just have a few, we can start like we can just add these manually. Or what we can do, and I'm going to cheat and just copy this, where we just take the npm list as JSON and then pipe that to JQ, dump it out into a file, and from there we can pipe those to pipe that file to PNPM add global, and bam, bam, bam. But if you noticed in there, we installed NPM globally with PNPM. This is starting to become an Ouroboros here, like putting a hat on a hat. So we can, where's my terminal? We can jump back in here and we can PNPM list globals. NPM is in there. We don't need it. But now I get to show you how to remove stuff. So it's remove global npm list global, and now it's still there. PNPM rmg remove global npm. Maybe I need to qualify that a little better. Okay, it's gone. This is what happens. We're doing it live. And yeah, so we're going to want to see that, you know, that the stuff works. See, here's some of these other apps here. Yeah, it's here. Oh, this is interesting. Let's see if we can update for cell with PNPM. And yeah. So yeah, there's another live demo of everything working great. Now, what we can do now is go back into NPM and remove those globals. If I can quickly show you how to do that. Now, this isn't, I mean, this isn't critical that you do this right now, but npm list global. This isn't critical that you do this now. I'll have these listed in the show notes. We just made npm globals.txt. And the one thing is, the one global you're not going to want to uninstall. Don't uninstall npm itself. Let me repeat that. Don't uninstall npm itself. You're going to need it if you're working with other people. There's going to be projects that are still using npm. It's fine that's still there. We're just moving stuff to the new. We're migrating. We aren't getting rid of, we don't have to nuke the whole thing. We aren't that upset about npm. It's kind of a amenable separation. Now that we've seen what we got in npm for globals, we can just pipe those over to npm uninstall. Let's see what we got. We got in there. We got claw code. We got amplify. We got Corepack. Don't worry about it. Local tunnel, TS node, TypeScript, Reversal. Fine. Bye. Now we've got none of them. Boo. There's a one-liner where you can go nuke everything. I'll list it in the show notes, but I don't usually like running someone else's one-liner that deletes a bunch of crap off my hard drive. Your mileage may vary, so I'll give it to you later. That's the nuclear option. Okay, let's show off what we built. We got a terminal over here, and we're going to change to release mode's website. And let's see. Oh, well, let's first clear node modules out. Also, let's check and see what version of node we need. We need 18, so NVM use 18. Just to show NVM works, let's go NVM use 20. NVM use 16. Well, we don't have 16 installed, but we can install it. Okay, but we want 18. NVM use 18. PNPM install. Cross our fingers. 5.7 seconds. It's just for fun. Run that with NPM. 43 seconds. 43 seconds. 43 seconds that we'll never get back. But yeah, once again, let's clear out the old cache. And poof, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4.3 seconds. It's getting faster. It's showing off now. So last thing we need to do is just make sure that this bad boy runs. Got ports in use, and yeah, there we go. It runs. Yeah, ta-da, there it is. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. With PNPM, it's not just the globals that are referenced by symlink, it's all the packages. So there could be different package versions for different projects, but if they're the same version and the SHAs match up, it's all symlinked. So that's another reason why it's faster. And it's faster and saves space. Here's another pro tip you can use. You might have seen me doing this already, but this NVMRC file 20, it says what version of node that you need to be on. So if I go NVM use 18, I'm on 18, but I'm in this project folder and I just go NVM use, I say nothing. It looks at the NVMRC and it's like, okay, and it bumps us up to 20. So it's pretty cool. Another one is you can set exactly what package manager you want, which can enforce consistency. So in package.json, there's a package manager attribute, and you can set that. When you try to use PNPM, then it will. Used to be Corepack taking care of this. I think now that Corepack is kind of on its way out, PNPM checks this itself and kind of switches and keeps its own versions. So kind of a neat thing too. That's a good way to do it. If you used Homebrew to install Node, then you can brew uninstall Node. I didn't, so it's already gone. but that'll get rid of one of them. Then, you know, follow that up with cleanup. It's cleaning up my other stuff, but I'm just going to show you an Excalibur here. These are the places, you know, these are the places over here. These are the places where Node is. So if you want to remove those folders, you can. Again, only do this if your NVM migration is complete. You know it's working. There's no rush. You can keep these old installs here, but the point of the video was to clean up your confusing environment. I hate finding old. I hate finding old binaries around where I don't know what's using them and where they're from. I hate it. Oh, here's another point of note, since we're showing this, you know, on a Mac anyway. On a Mac, there's a, when you're doing Ruby, a lot of the same stuff is similar in Ruby. There's an RVM too. There's a Ruby version manager. Gems is the package manager. It's a little, you know, whatever. There's a system Ruby on a Mac that you're not supposed to touch. It's used as part of the Mac operating system, and you're not supposed to code against it, and you're not supposed to remove it either, which is fine. Node doesn't have anything like that. So unlike Ruby, you are clear to just nuke that stuff. Get it out of there if you want. So there you go. You've got NVM, you've got a bunch of different nodes installed, you've got NPM there and working, you've got PNPM managing your globals. So yeah, this is a professional setup. You can switch node versions instantly, you can install packages a lot faster, you saved a bunch of disk space, you have clean, organized globals, you can add new node versions in like seconds. Thank you so much for watching. Please give me a subscribe and a like if this was helpful to you. If you have any questions, comments, complaints, these go right down here, or you can hit me up specifically on Blue Sky or Threads at FullStackDrip. You can hit me up at fullstackdrip.com. Peace. FullStackDrip.
Full stack drip, yeah, you know the drill. It's a vibe, you know.